Hey guys, Josh at Double Edge Sharpening, and I have a knife here that I have gotten in the past from a local restaurant here in town. And if you you probably can't even tell, this is a bread knife, and it's been sharpened down to basically nothing. There's basically no more teeth on what should be a serrated knife. So what I'm going to be doing is we're going to kind of uh, grind this out a bit. We're gonna thin it out so that it's level, or kind of a flat bevel on it, just on one side, and then we're gonna go ahead and re-put the serrations back on. So we're gonna get started right away on that. So come along. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just kind of flatten this out a bit, thin it out so that it's not so bumpy and wavy on it. So we're going to use the 2x42 here. We're going to just kind of start off by doing this. Let's see what it looks like. We'll flatten this out a bit. Got a bit to go. I need some water. We want to make sure we keep the blade cool. We don't want to temper the metal. We just got to reestablish the bevel on here. Almost got it. Now, on a serrated knife, the bevel is usually just on one side, or the serrations are on one side, and that's the same with this knife, so we don't have to deal with it. Almost there. Getting it. I'm gonna kind of flatten it out here. Okay. So now what we've done is we've basically put a single bevel on there. We've taken out all the little, what were serrations, but they were kind of rounded points. We'll quickly use the Scotch-Brite here, just kind of blend that in, just kind of polish it up a bit. Okay. So that's got that now. We're going to move over to the serration wheel. So basically we're starting fresh here. There's no serrations to follow. You know, if this was a knife that was not really this worn, then what we'd be able to do is match the serrations on, we've got a 1/2 inch wheel, sorry, we've got a 1 inch wheel, a 1/2 inch wheel, and even over here I've got a 1/4 inch. But because we don't have the serrations to follow, I get to kind of decide how big of a serration we're going to put on this knife. And what's going to happen is I'm going to have to do it a few times because we're reestablishing. So what I might do is I might do one here and see. Might start with the smaller one because I can always make it bigger after. So we're going to do a test here. I think Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the 1/2 inch. Yep. Alright, so now we're just gonna work our way down. Just trying to keep the same angle and space the scallops out evenly, which is a little bit tricky when I don't have anything to follow. I'm basically having to use my eyeball from behind to see where the scallop is being raised and hoping that they're even and keeping the same angle and spacing. Almost to the end here, and then we'll get to see if we have to go over it again. We might need to go over it one more time, but overall, I think we did pretty good. Now, there's going to be a big burr on this. So you can see these flaky parts at the back. That's the burr we've raised. But you can see now we've actually got scallops, actual teeth in there. There you go. You see that? But you see those flaky parts in the back behind it. That's the burr. And we're going to use the Scotch-Brite wheel and polishing wheel after to remove that. But that is essentially reestablishing the teeth on there. But because of our spacing, I'm going to go at it again one more time because we've spaced them out where there's a few where they haven't quite made a tooth yet. They've got to come together a bit more. So now we've got to match without rolling over. hit my finger on the other one and possibly lost my spot. One more. All right, let's see how that turned out. I think that's pretty good. So now we're gonna go to 600 Scotch-Brite wheel and remove that burr. So that's this guy here. So now, I don't know if you'll see it, but basically we're gonna fly that burr right off. So we're gonna, should start to see the flakes fly off. And the flakes are gonna, the burr's gonna start flying right off. There you go, do you see the flakes falling off in the light? That's the burr, all those sparkles. There we go, we're removing that burr. And then we're gonna go to this polishing pad over here to polish it up, and it should be push cut sharp. Alright, I think we got it good on this side. Oh yeah. Okay, now we're gonna go to the polishing pad. We'll add a little compound to it. And maybe a little bit of diamond spray as well. We'll basically do the same thing. Back side here. And then inside the teeth. Polish it right up. Get rid of any last little burr. Oh yeah. Alright, take a look at this. Take a look at that. So we've got nice scallops on there now, sharp teeth. Now I'm very curious if this will push cut paper right through. Again, you've seen the process from the beginning to end. We haven't tested this yet, so let's try it out. Right there. That's push cut sharp for those scallops. Sorry. Oh, you got it, the first ones. This paper, I find that it catches. But, again, I could be hitting the teeth. But, oh man. Should we try it again? Go through. So I need another phone book. There we go. Look at that. So that is a full restoration of a bread knife from basically no teeth, no scallops to fully restored. So if you like my videos, check me out, Double Edge Sharpening, subscribe, like, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.